Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It is the second episode of our brand new season, and obviously, we have been speaking about the dating, the relationships, and all that kind of thing. So, we are back with episode 2, and today we will be covering 5 things to look out for in the dating phase. Today we're going to jump over to 5 things to look for. In fact, if you haven't seen the last video, maybe pause this, go check that out, and then come back and follow through with this one. But today, 5 things to look out for when you're dating. Before we jump into those 5 points, if you wait all the way to the end, we have a bonus point for you. An important bonus point, but please do like, do subscribe, also hit the bell, and be sure that every time we post, you're getting some good quality information from us. So, 5 points to look out for when you are busy dating. So, you see her, you see him, you like what you see, you want to pursue. You DM, you get the number, you do whatever it is that you do, however it is that you make that first point of contact. Fine. You both vibing, you decide, okay, where do we go from here? Let's go have some lunch, let's go have some supper, let's go to a place, let's go check out a movie or whatever you decide to do, and you get into it. Okay, so what are the things that you need to be watching out for? Point number 1.
Shoot with the first point, I'll go with the second.
Point number 1. Know what you are looking for before you get into it. This is an important point. Again, anything in life works this way. Before you purchase a motor vehicle, you kind of tailor it to what you are looking for.
Desires.
So when we were buying Anka's car, we knew, okay, we have 2 kids. Well, we had one at a time and another one on the way. We knew that, okay, the kids are going to be eating in the car, so they're going to miss yogurt and juice and cold drink and whatever the case may be. We knew that we needed the space. We knew that we wanted to visit Anka's parents in Namibia. And so when making the selection process, during the selection process, we made these points on the top of our list to say that, okay, we need something with a huge boot space because we're going to be traveling far with this car. We need something with leather seats because we want to be able to just wipe off when the kids mess.
It should be practical.
Yes. So again, when we move into our house, the same thing. How many rooms are there? Will it be able to cater? So I initially wanted to get something a little bit cheaper, but it was smaller. And when we had that conversation, we realized this is not going to work because of the space. And so you tailor it to your needs. And getting into a relationship is just the same. You must know going in, what exactly am I looking for in a guy? What exactly am I looking for in a girl?
So you kind of have like a checkbox to say, okay, he must be like this, he must do that, or you have to have some sort of guideline for yourself. What are you looking for?
So here's the first point. What exactly are you looking for? So make a mental note, or maybe even write it down. As to say, look, I'm looking for somebody. Look, we come from a Christian background, obviously. So let's give you my selection process. My selection process was as follows. I want somebody that's also saved, a Christian, right? Number 1. Another selection process for me, part of my process was I want someone that's a virgin based on the fact that I too have saved myself for marriage, right? That was the second point that I've kind of had in the top of my mind. Number 3, I also wanted somebody with a kind of good family background, right? I wanted somebody that came from a good home. I wanted somebody that came from a home where the parents are involved in her life. I wanted somebody that had these different elements, right?
Yeah. So be realistic, but you must set good standards. Don't just settle, but be realistic in your point. And the second point that we want to jump into is that make sure the other person is realistic, so that there's no expectation that you have to live up to.
Unrealistic expectation.
Unrealistic expectation that you constantly have to live up to. So I think it's important to make sure that that's where it's important to find out what you want, know what you want, so that you can measure it up to what that other person wants, so that you guys are both on the same page.
Yeah, and so I think with the realism and being realistic is that sometimes I've spoken to especially ladies that are looking for a particular type of person that just simply doesn't exist. Number 1, I think you need to understand that nobody is perfect. we all will have our nooks and crannies and dinks and dents and whatever.
As you
Also
are
you
imperfect,
that's
yeah.
looking for this person, you're not perfect as well. But the best case scenario is that you at least cover the important pieces in what you are looking for. The major aspects, like being on the same page, like the basic value, which brings us to point number 3, the basic values that you are looking for. And you see how these points literally fit into each other like a good fitting puzzle, perfectly into one another, because that's how the order of structure goes. And so again, just to recap, point number 1, know what you are looking for off the bat. Know the types of values, know the types of person you're looking for, know what you want to see in this person. Number 2, do not be unrealistic as to nobody is perfect. Nobody is going to get it 100% right all the time. Neither are you going to get it 100% right all the time. But don't compromise on the big things. I mean, if there's abuse, that's a big one. You don't compromise on the big ones. If there's something
and that's any form of abuse, whether it be verbal or physical abuse, any form of abuse.
If there's something that is so big, you don't compromise on those. But if there's stupid little things, he makes a mistake or she makes a mistake, you're there, whatever. He
buys a different toothpaste brand.
Buys the wrong toothpaste that you don't like.
I mentioned that because that was an issue.
Yeah, I use brown sugar, she used white sugar. Those little things are things that you can figure out, you can compromise it as you go. But the big ones, you don't compromise on. But again, don't be unrealistic with your expectation. Some people say, I want this and I want that and I want him to look like this and the chances are slim that you're going to find exactly what you're looking for.
I don't know if I should mention this, but I just think that it's important. And I think the other day when we were driving in the car, and this is what I realized, that it's important that you guys are on the same page, regardless if you guys have the same values. And the reason why I say this is because Xavier's in a very fast-paced type of lifestyle. He's in ministry and he's constantly at church, or he's constantly working, or he's constantly shooting a video, and it's all ministry-based, right? And yes, I'm saved, but if I wasn't on the same page as him, he would have a miserable life, because I would give him grief. Why are you always there? Why aren't you coming home? The church is first for everything. And that's why it's important for you to have the same values but still be on the same page and understand, so that when we went through counseling before we got married, it was a matter of, do you understand that this is his job role and where this job role fits in and where you fit in, and are you okay with that? Because you need to know that and make peace with that now, because you can't bring that up after you guys are married. So I think that is very important to also keep into.
So and based on that one, what was a big one for us, and I remember again, just to drop our disclaimer in here, a lot of what we are sharing is our experience, our years in experience with speaking to other potential married couples or people who are looking to get married. So the points that we are bringing out to you are valuable points. They are points of high value. If you choose to neglect these points, it's to your own peril. You will get to your marriage and realize, oh snap, this thing is actually causing me grief now. And this is exactly the points that were mentioned here. Because again, issues like religion, those are hot button issues. Those are big issues. Some people, even political issues could be a big issue for some people. Some people, there's the big issues. If you are not in agreement on the big issues, they could come up later and cause a little bit of destruction and chaos, and just make things a little bit difficult.
I read something the other day. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not getting all the words right, but it said that marriage decisions made in haste must be repented at leisure. So you're going to have to spend the rest of your lives
trying to fix things that you could have sorted out early. The basic value systems need to align, like the religious beliefs, like your those elements. And yes, I've heard people say, we've had these chats, we've been online for the past 5 years, we've had comments in our life, my husband is a Muslim and I'm a Christian, it doesn't make a difference, we're fine and blah blah blah. We're not saying that it couldn't work for some of you, but what we are saying is that it will be a potential sore point if you don't.
And as humans, we try to find something else that compensates for that thing, and then we might not realize what it is. So I think it's important that you do iron certain things out while in the dating phase. And I know a lot of the times, especially us as women, we're like, we don't want to say something now because we don't want to spoil the atmosphere. We don't want to spoil this vibey thing that's going on. I think it's important that you get it out of the way and then you know where you're going. You know, that is purposeful dating.
Which brings us to point number 4. Point number 4 is, can you express your true thoughts and feelings? And again, I just to kind of expand on a little bit of what Anka just mentioned, to say that you in this lovey-dovey phase, you in this like woo, and we just, you know, we vibing and whatever. A red flag pops up, something pops up in your heart. Oh snap, this is a red flag. But now you don't want to spoil the atmosphere, you don't want to spoil the vibe. We don't
want to put this person off.
Yeah, you trying to keep the peace and whatever, and so you let that red flag slide. And so here's what brings us to point number 4. Can you be authentic in your feelings and in your thoughts to say, hold on, there's something there that I don't particularly agree with. Can we have a conversation about that? The other day we were here, there, and you said 1, 2, and 3.
And I don't feel happy about
and
that.
I'm not happy about it. Can we speak about it? Whatever the case may be. So again, number 1, know what you are looking for. Number 2, don't be unrealistic. Number 3, your basic values need to align. Number 4, can you express yourself in the dating phase and not just see clouds and bubbles and hearts?
And the importance of that one is that is the true essence of actual communication. Because what happens in marriage is things that you let slide in the dating, they pop up in the marriage phase, and then that person will be like, yeah, but you didn't have a problem with it before you got married. And they're like, what's your story now? But you had a problem the whole time, but you just weren't able to express it. And now that creates issues for you going forward into your marriage. And it becomes really big. So it's important.
Cool. So then let's go to point number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, point number 5 is, how are they with other important people in their lives? How do they respond? How do they speak? Are they disrespectful? So my parents always taught me this one: watch how she is with her parents. And her parents told her, watch how he is with his parents.
How does he speak
disrespectful to his mother, disrespectful to his father, throw tantrums, do things. Because what happens is, which brings us to our bonus point, but you got to stick around for the bonus point before we get into the bonus point. Point number 5, how are they with the people in their lives? How do they relate to those people in their lives? Are they disrespectful with those people in their lives? Because the chances are that that disrespect is coming your way if that's the case. Because remember,
once the excitement wears off.
Yes. Remember, you guys are in love. There's cupids shooting arrows all over the place, and it's just peace, love, and happiness. And then when the novelty wears down, then the true colors come out. So in order for you to be able to make a calculated decision, you could see what's coming your way ahead of time. You can see how they are with their significant others, as far as parents, and not significant others, but other important people in their lives.
Like maybe their sister or their mother or their grandmother, if he grew up with his grandmother, or or him or her. So it's important to look at that. How do they communicate? Or even just other people around you. How do they communicate? Because you will become that person. They will start just speaking to you like that when they're used to you.
Exactly.
Which
brings us to our bonus point. And if you have stayed watching this video, you are a true subscriber. So please do subscribe. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Also, do leave a like on this video, because what that like does is it just helps the algorithm push the video forward so that more people can actually see it and could assist and help more people that may be interested in dating or a little bit uncertain about the dating phase, and we may just be able to help. This video may just be able to help them. Also, hit the bell, which helps you to check what we're doing next. Now let's get to our bonus point. Bonus point number 6. Bonus point number 6, don't be fooled by the novelty. So that ties in with number 5, but bonus point is, don't be fooled by the novelty. So you're seeing clouds, like I said, you're seeing little hearts and rainbows and fairy tales and unicorns and pink marshmallows. And you just happy and da-da-da. And then sometimes there's some red flags that somebody else will bring up. Maybe a friend, maybe a parent will say, hey, there's something I'm seeing that's a little bit unkosher here. And you're like, no, mommy, it's fine, be happy.
When it's a friend, you're just jealous.
If it's a friend, you're just jealous. You want my man, you want my girlfriend or whatever. Now you have an issue, whatever the case may be.
And if a guy says it to a guy.
That's why I said you want my girlfriend. Did you not?
Why are you so expressive about the ladies?
Okay, cool. So, so again, the novelty is that initial excitement that is generated when your hormones are all over the place, where your endorphins are happy and excited because you're just happy for this person, and it's just you.
Is
two,
that how
and
you
it's
felt
just
about
whatever.
me, like in the beginning, like you were just happy?
Yes. And just all over the place, and it's just the two of you, and it's just, oh, yeah. And then when that novelty wears down and you get used to each other and you're seeing each other all the time, and you now, I always make this example. It's a gross example, but you feel comfortable to now fart in front of each other. And that novelty is now gone, because when you're dating, it's like, no, you go to, oh, excuse me, you go there outside, and you stand there for a while because you don't want the smell to follow you into the house. Now you just let them so, and you're like, hey. And that, because that
Or
novelty.
the morning breath hits.
Or morning, no, but we're talking about dating, we're not talking about marriage.
Yeah, but in marriage that becomes a reality. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the novelty wears away. And so now
Very quick.
It's like, yo.
It was a fraud case.
And with the ladies now, you take off the eyelashes, you wash off the makeup,
Yay!
you take the weave off,
Take out the teeth,
you
got
take
some
the teeth
teeth.
out. Now they're always like, why?
Take off the leg.
Corruption, they sold me the wrong part. That's a fraud. And the novelty wears off. So when you're dating, it's fun. Perfumes and
you always look good, and you always smell lekker,
and
you
this
know.
and this, and you're like going to this event, and we're going to my auntie's wedding, and going to this and going there, and you come and you open the door, and alles is net quite. When the novelty wears down, and
Nee,
dan
rustig gekomen.
raak het, I'm tired, this and that. So, just to recap our 5 points and our bonus point. Number 1, know what you are looking for. Number 2, don't be unrealistic about your expectation. Number 3, at least allow your basic values to align. Number 4, are you able to express your true feelings and thoughts? And number 5, how is this other person with the loved ones in their lives? And then of course our bonus point, don't be fooled by the novelty, because it will wear off, it will go away, and you will be sitting with a real person with real issues and real scenarios. So be careful for those things. We'll come back. If there's any questions, any comments in the comment section, we will come back and answer those. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Any closing words from you?
No, I'm good.
Cool. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, please do like, do subscribe, and also share this video with somebody that you think is in a dating phase, or that you feel needed to hear one of these points. And so thank you guys so much. See you on the next video. Love you.
Bye.